Greetings, scholars, and welcome to BMG 230 online at Washtenaw Community College. My name is Derek Williams, and I will be your instructor for the course. Today, I want to go over the syllabus, highlight some of your key points, especially the assignments that you're going to be graded on, and then also take a walk through Blackboard to make sure you are familiar with how to navigate it and know where everything is located. So starting with the syllabus, let's start with tests. The course is set up so that there are 4 units and 3 chapters per unit. So there are 1 test every unit. They're only available the last weekend of each unit date frame. When you look at the syllabus, which we'll do in a moment, you'll see that there's a date range for that unit, and the test will be the last Saturday through Sunday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., closing that Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each test will have 50 questions, and you will have 90 minutes to complete it. Next are quizzes. Quizzes are going to be due right before the test begins. So, last week of the unit date frame, that Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the practice quiz is due. Then that following Saturday, the test opens up, and you have until that Sunday to finish it. So, practice quizzes are 1 per unit. Your practice quiz has 25 questions in it. There is no time limit, and you can actually take this quiz up to 3 times, and your hard score will count. So if you want, you can start each unit by taking the practice quiz just to see how well you do. It's not going to harm you. Then you're going to go through, read it, do all the other activities, come back and take it again, just as long as you take it before the due date, which is going to be the last Friday of the date frame at 11 p.m. When we look at the syllabus, you will have exact due dates for each practice quiz. Next are case dilemmas and also skill development exercises. There's going to be 1 of each per unit, so 4 each. They are 50 points each, and then they are due on the last day of the date range. So that's going to be a Sunday by 11 p.m. Again, exact dates we'll see in just a moment. The discussion board posts, there's 1 per unit, a total of 45 points. It's going to be 30 points for your original post, and then 15 for your replies, 2 each. Your original post is going to be due during the first week of each unit date frame by Sunday 11 p.m. We're being very consistent here with our due dates and times. And then you have the following Sunday to reply to 2 of your peers posts, and there's very detailed instructions which we'll see in Blackboard on how to do so. The late policy, so for your tests, case dilemmas, and skill development exercises only, you have a 5-day period after the due date to submit any missed assignments. Any assignment submitted during this time period is going to receive a 50% reduction of the score. So if your original score was an 80 minus 50%, it will be inputted into Blackboard as a 40. There are no late submissions for practice quizzes and discussion boards. Again, no late submissions for practice quizzes and discussion boards. So make sure you're paying attention to these assignment details. Virtual check-ins, so as a way to help us better engage and to make sure that you are progressing through this course, your first 2 virtual check-ins, are required, and then we get 1 for extra credit during Unit 3. So there's a link in Blackboard which we'll see, and we can do this either by phone or Zoom if you have the video conferencing app, and you prefer to do that just to add a personal touch to it. You can choose whichever one. However you choose, doesn't matter to me. It'll let me know, and then I will reach out to you during that time, the time you schedule. So again, we'll see that in just a moment. And just some last tips before we jump into Blackboard. You can always work ahead of the schedule. So the time frames that you're going to see in the syllabus, these are, your drop dead dates. So you want to make sure everything is done by these dates, but you are always welcome to go ahead if you feel the need to. Print the syllabus out. Use it as a checklist. So that way when you're working through this, you're checking things off and making sure that you are accomplishing everything that you are supposed to. Take the time to familiarize yourself with the Blackboard layout. Every class is different. This may look very unfamiliar to you, even if you have taken classes at Washtenaw before. Again, take the time to pay attention to the syllabus. Pay attention to the dates. That's most importantly. If you have a calendar system, either whether that's hand or electronic, make sure you put these due dates into your calendar so that you have a reminder. And also take advantage of the extra credit. Remind is a tool just used to help remind you. It's a sort of a group messaging system where I can send a message to everyone that signs up. This is great for reminders. If you're not checking your email as often, which I recommend that you do. But again, just doesn't hurt to have another way to, one, interact with me. You can send me a message if you have the app, but just to be reminded of your upcoming due dates. The syllabus quiz, everyone should take this. Everyone should get 100%. Make sure you have the syllabus with you. Make sure you're paying attention to those dates. And then also there's a last opportunity for extra credit with the third virtual check-in, which again is in Unit 3. But you may not need it, but why not take advantage of those extra points? So let's jump over Blackboard and walk through that. All right, this should be as you see it as a student. So when you log into Blackboard, you choose this course. We're going to go over to the left-hand side, click on the syllabus and schedule. Here is the syllabus here, so make sure you take the time to download that and print it out. I already have it downloaded, so let me open it up. All the details for the course, more detailed than what I just went over, but also repeats what I just went over. And then here's the course schedule, the last 2 pages. As you can see here, it's an itemized list of what you are expected to do during each unit. We have Unit 1 during this date range here. Again, Test 1 is only available that last weekend, so that's Saturday through that Sunday. And again, all your other due dates and reminders are listed here. Same thing. Another thing you want to pay attention to are your drop dates, withdrawal dates. And then we also have a break for Thanksgiving before we come back and finish Chapter 4. From here, I will go to the course orientation. As you can see up top is the syllabus quiz. So make sure you take advantage of that. But also walking through what this course entails. So more details. Again, it does echo what's in the syllabus, but it doesn't hurt to make sure you have it. You can see here's a link for the textbook right here, or from the left-hand column, it's here as well. So if you click on this, it brings it open so you can download it. Here's a new feature in Blackboard called the Message Center. This is something new this semester, so this is another way for us to communicate. You can send a message through here. You can actually send a message to other students as well, or you can send email, whichever one you prefer. But looking at our units, you have each one broken down, units 1 through 4, and they all look very similar. So if I just walk through one of them, it's going to look the same for the rest of them. We click on it. Let's start with Chapter 1, and then it walks you through what you should be doing. So here's where all your activities are going to be. You'll notice in the syllabus it says to watch videos. Here's where they are. So you click through this, you go through Chapter 1, you read it. What am I going to do next? Oh, let me do my discussion board post. That's done. Let me move on to Chapter 2. What's expected, your learning objectives. Here's the video for Unit 1. Submitting your replies to your discussion board post. Here's your skill development exercise. I'm going to keep moving. Go to Chapter 3. What is Chapter 3 about? Up here. The case dilemma is here. I've done all that. I'm ready. I have my notes. I've studied. I can take my practice quiz. You can take this at any time. Again, it's due the Friday before the test starts. And then you're not going to see the test right now because it's not available. It's not going to show up until that Saturday. But here's what it's going to be in any unit of activities. So that's sort of walking through each unit to see all the activities. Maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to jump straight to the activities. So if you come over here on the left-hand side, you have your graded activities. Let's start with scheduling your virtual check-in. I click on here. It opens up in a new window. Every date that's highlighted are days that I am available. So you can click on this coming Tuesday the 1st. Choose a time that works for you. put your name in, and then do you want to do a video call with Zoom or do you want to do a phone call? Any specific details that you want me to be aware of, you can put this in here. Schedule it. It's going to send you and me an email so that way we get a confirmation. Just going to go back. Again, left-hand side, this is where your shortcut to all your activities. All of the case dilemmas are here. One thing I want to point out, if you open up your instructions, some of these may have a different point value than what's assigned based on this course. So make sure you pay attention to the syllabus. That is correct. Let me open this up. Oh, that's right, 50 points. But here are the instructions for your case dilemma. It's very detailed, so take advantage of this. Make sure you're reading this. Make sure you're following the guidelines, proper grammar. You're addressing what each paragraph wants you to address. But for your case dilemmas and also your skill development, there are instructions for each, and you can just click on those, and it'll give you those details. Let's go back to Blackboard. Your discussion boards are all here for each one. Instructions, click on this. Rubrics, it's all there. Same thing for your skill development. Each one is here for each unit. Again, these are just shortcuts for you to see. And then lastly, your practice quizzes and your unit tests. Again, unit tests, you're not going to be able to see it until the time frame opens up. That you can see your show is not available, but trust that when that time opens, it will be there. And that's everything in Blackboard. Another thing that you want to be very familiar with is the My Grades section. Here's where you're going to see all of your points for all your assignments, so make sure that you're paying attention to this to follow along what your grade is. You don't want to wait until the end of the semester to see what your grade is. You always want to make sure that as you're submitting assignments that your grades are being posted and they are accurate. That is everything that I want to go over today. I wish you all the best this semester. Let me know how I can help you. I'm looking forward to working with you.